Biotechnology and its application part 1. In this video, we will learn about the applications of biotechnology in the field of agriculture. Improvements in agricultural production are the most urgent need of the time in the context of rapid population increase. It is the biotechnology with its vast scope provide precise tools and it is fully compatible with the conventional system to yield a positive synergism. Now, let us look at the critical areas of research. Three critical areas of research in biotechnology are supplying the best catalyst in the form of improved organism, generally a microbe or pure enzyme, creating optimal conditions through engineering for a catalyst to act, and downstream processing technologies to purify the protein or organic compound. Plant biotechnology allows for the transfer of one or few desired genetic traits. For example, researchers are developing plants with a built-in protection against a specific insect, a built-in protection against a specific plant disease, a built-in tolerance to a specific herbicide, improved nutrient content, and a number of other beneficial traits. What are transgenic crops? A transgenic crop is a crop that contains and expresses a transgene. A common term for transgenic crops is genetically modified crops. The techniques used for the production of transgenic crops offer the following unique advantages, like any gene from any organism or a gene synthesized chemically can be used for transfer. The change in the genotype can be specifically controlled since only the transgene is added into the crop genome. Examples could be that transgenic Bt cotton, which produces its own insecticide, contains a gene from a soil bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. Bt cotton is usually resistant to a group of insects. The tomato variety Flower Star represents an example where expression of a native tomato gene has been blocked. Fruit softening is promoted by the enzyme polygalacturonase, which degrades pectin. Production of polygalacturonase was blocked in the transgenic tomato variety Flower Sour, so fruits of this tomato can remain fresh and retain their flavor much more longer than do the fruits of normal tomato varieties. Additionally, the fruits have a superior taste and increased total soluble solids. So what are the advantages of genetically modified crops or GM crops? The advantages would be like pest resistance. Crop losses from insect pests can be incredible, resulting in financial loss for farmers and starvation in developing countries. Farmers use many tons of chemical pesticides annually. Consumers do not wish to eat the food that has been treated with pesticides because of potential health hazards. Growing genetically modified foods such as Bt cotton, Bt corn can help eliminate the application of chemical pesticides and reduce the cost of bringing a crop to the market. Disease resistance. There are many viruses, fungi, and bacteria that cause plant diseases. Plant biologists are working to create plants with genetically engineered resistance to these diseases. Herbicide tolerance. For some crops, it is not cost effective to remove the weeds by physical means such as tilling. So, farmers often spray large quantities of different herbicides to destroy the weeds. A time consuming and expensive process that requires care so that the herbicide does not harm the crop plant or the environment. Crop plants genetically engineered to be resistant to one very powerful herbicide would help prevent environmental damage by reducing the amount of herbicides needed. Tolerance to cold. Unexpected frost can destroy sensitive seedlings. An antifreeze gene from cold water fish has been introduced into the plants, such as tobacco and potato. Nutrition. Malnutrition is common in third world countries where poor people rely on a single crop such as the rice as the main staple food of their diet. However, rice does not contain adequate amounts of all necessary nutrients to prevent malnutrition. If rice could be genetically engineered to contain obtain additional vitamins and minerals. Nutrient deficiencies could be alleviated. Plans were underway to develop golden rice that also increase the iron content along with vitamin A. Pharmaceuticals. Medicines and vaccines often are very expensive to produce and sometimes require special storage conditions not readily available in the third world countries. Researchers are working to develop edible vaccines in tomatoes and potatoes. These vaccines will be much easier to store and administer than traditional injectable vaccines. Environmental activists, religious organizations, public interest groups, professional associations, and other scientists have all raised concerns about GM organisms. It's been argued that GM organisms may lead to the problems like the transgenic product may cause toxicity and or produce allergies. The enzyme produced by the antibiotic resistance gene would cause allergies since it's a foreign protein. The bacteria present in the alimentary canal of the humans would take up the antibiotic resistance gene that is present in the GM food or the plants. These bacteria would then become resistant to the concerned antibiotic. As a result, these bacteria would become difficult to manage. Just as some populations of mosquitoes developed resistance to the now banned pesticide DDT, many people are concerned that insects will become resistant to BT or other crops that have been genetically modified. Bt crops are crops genetically engineered to carry the gene from the soil bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis. The bacteria produces a protein that is toxic when ingested by certain lepidopteran insects. Crops containing the Bt gene are able to produce this toxin, thereby providing protection throughout the entire plant. Bt cotton is genetically engineered cotton to control tobacco budworms, bollworms, and pink bollworms. The letters Bt stands for Bacillus thuringiensis, a toxin-producing bacterium found naturally in the soil. Scientists have isolated certain genes responsible for the production of these toxins, and most commonly the genes are CRY1AC or CRY2AB. And then they have used genetic engineering techniques to insert them into cotton. The genes CRY1AC and CRY2AB control the cotton bollworms. Bacillus thuringiensis is a gram-positive, soil-dwelling bacterium. Some strains of Bacillus thuringiensis produce proteins that kill certain insects. Bacillus thuringiensis forms protein crystals during particular phase of its growth. These crystals contain a toxic insecticidal protein. The Bt toxin protein exists as inactive protoxins, but once an insect ingests the inactive toxin, it is converted into an active form due to the alkaline pH of the gut, which solubilizes the crystals. The activated toxin binds to the surface of the midgut epithelial cells and creates pores that causes cell swelling and lysis and eventually causes death of the insect. The toxin is coded by a gene named CRY. There are a number of them. For example, the proteins encoded by the genes CRY1AC and CRY2AB control the cotton bollworms, which while of CRY1AB controls corn borer. Through genetic engineering, scientists have introduced the gene responsible for making the Bt toxin into a range of crops. RNA interference is a natural phenomenon by which an mRNA is silenced, thereby inhibiting the protein coded from that particular mRNA. Scientists have been working on this field from 1990, and finally two scientists named Andrew Fire and Craig C. Mello shared the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for their work on RNAi on the nematode worm Caenorhabditis elegans, which they had published in 1998. It has been serving as a very effective tool for the suppression of the desired protein by silencing the required mRNA. The basic macromolecules involved in the RNAi mechanism are two types of RNA molecules, microRNA and small interfering RNA, which are designated as miRNA for microRNA and siRNA for small interfering RNA. These two types of RNA can bind to specific mRNA through complementary bonding and inhibit the translation by ribosomes. The miRNA are short non-coding RNA nucleotides produced from the chromosomes inside the nucleus and have hairpin sequences, thereby folding it into double strands. The pre-miRNA is bound by a complex of protein called microprocessing unit, which contains an RNase 3 enzyme and a double-stranded RNA binding subunit. This microprocessing unit takes the pre-miRNA from the nucleus to the cytoplasm through the nuclear pore complex, where it is subjected to a protein called dicer, which contains a double-stranded RNA-specific endonuclease subunit, which cleaves some portions of the pre-miRNA, and a mature miRNA is produced. On the other hand, siRNA molecules, which are exogenous dsRNA nucleotides, are similar in sequence to that of miRNA but are not produced inside the nucleus of the cell. It comes from the external sources. After the processing of miRNA, both miRNA and siRNA contain a passenger strand and a guide strand. A complex of protein and RNA called RNA-inducing silencing complex RISC is bound to the guide RNA strand and the passenger RNA is degraded. This guide strand contains sequences that are complementary to a specific mRNA. It binds to the mRNA and RISC makes cleavages on the mRNA, separating the guide mRNA double strand. The remaining mRNA is degraded by cytosolic exonucleases. Hence, the protein coded by the mRNA does not come into existence as the mRNA is silenced. Now, let us take an example and look into it. A nematode, Melodagine incognitia, infects the roots of tobacco plants and causes a great reduction in yield. Using agarobacterium vectors, nematode-specific genes were introduced into the tobacco plant. Introduction of DNA was such that it produced both sense and antisense RNA in the host cells. These two RNAs, being complementary to each other, formed a double-stranded structure that initiated RNA interference and thus silenced the specific mRNA of the nematode. The result was that parasite could not serve in the transgenic host expressing specific interfering RNA. The transgenic plant thus got itself protected from the parasite.